So today I decided to go to Costco to get some chicken wings and some chicken breasts. I definitely feel that when you shop at Costco, you get the best grade. I don't know, is it true, guys? I think so because my meat, it doesn't smell bad like the other stores, but I prefer personally to go shop there. Sometimes you get discount. I think these packs were $2 and $5 discount. So now I'm just taking out some to cook now. They're not that big, not as small, they're okay size. And now I'm gonna take out maybe 2 or 3 pieces of the breast and I'll cut it up and add it to my fried rice. I think that will probably be enough. And these breasts are not small, they're a good size also, and they're boneless. My girls doesn't like bones, so everything boneless here. So there's my vinegar and we're gonna wash the chicken wings first. I'm also taking out some shrimp. This is the last of that bag and I bought another one today. So I'm gonna add some of these ones as well to my fried rice. So they're frozen, so I have to defrost them. But the good thing about these shrimp, as you can see, they already deveined them. They take the guts out, so which is good. That's a plus right now, there. Now this Cool Runnings all-purpose seasoning is the best. So for my wings, I like to season it with this. I normally just use the seasoning to season my chicken wings, but I feel like I needed some extra salt. But if I make it into the barbecue style, I don't need salt to add on this. Tiny bit of salt. Now let's season this shrimp. Just a tiny bit of salt. And now I'm gonna go in with some black pepper. And now I'll add some oregano to it. I'm not adding too much because the shrimp is not plenty. Now I'll add some garlic powder. And lastly, this is cayenne pepper. Oh, and I decided to add some turmeric to my chicken wings and some turmeric to my shrimp. So the turmeric also makes it moist. That's the reason why I like to add it. And now for the little chunks of chicken that I'm gonna put into the fried rice, I actually do the same thing. Garlic powder, black pepper, some turmeric, and some, I think was cayenne pepper I add also. Not forgetting the salt and some Chinese spice. Just a little drop because this is very overpowering. And then I'm going in with some of the sauce. Just take note, I'm not adding too much. Maybe a teaspoon. That's all I need. Because all these sauce have a lot of salt inside. Tiny bit. As you know, you can add salt, but you can't take away salt. So be mindful, guys. So another tip for your chicken breasts when you fry it, just add a little bit of cooking baking soda. This baking soda you can also bake with. And that's probably half a teaspoon I added there. Not too much. You don't want to add too much to this. And then you want to give that a good mix. Mixy. And then you're going to set it aside. I normally like to set my meat aside for at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes so that, you know, the seasoning can marinate my meat nice. And as you guys know, I like my meat, my food red. I mentioned it already, so I'm adding some chili powder. So there you can see it's all nice and reddish the way I like it. And now this is the rice I use for my fried rice. I use the white long grain rice, Mr. Godas. This is the best one I find. And now I'm gonna measure it. I think I use 7 cups of rice. That makes you a lot of fried rice. Oh, oops. The struggle is real having this bag up on the cupboard countertop, and as you can see, I'm throwing it there to measure and it's all spilling all over. Anyways, I just measure for you guys. I normally put the whole little cup inside and then I, average. But it is what it is. I don't mind it. Oh my God. What a mess. And you can also add all of it into this pot and you wash it right in this pot. So you want to rinse your rice probably 3 times or more. In that way, you're going to wash a lot of starch out from the rice. And then when you cook it, it's going to be nice and fluffy, less starch, so it won't stick together. This is a tip for you guys, alright? And here I'm trying to level the rice, so when I add the water on the top, I can know how much I need. And you will see when I put my finger in, that's how much water I'll need to boil all of this rice. And as you can see here, the water should be 1 inch. I know my finger is not 1 inch, so I know how to measure because I normally make fried rice all the time. But yes, if you have a longer finger, 1 inch. So now we're going to add our rice to the rice cooker. See, I use the same. So you see the same pot is okay. Now I add it to the slow cooker and now we're going to turn it on cook. See there? That will probably take 10 minutes. And then meanwhile, we'll go on to the wing. So I decided to put it in my air fryer. This air fryer had so many uses. It need to go, but I also have a new one. Anyways, I think we will put this away because it had a lot of uses. So it looks like my rice is done. It's on the warm setting. And you have to be careful when you open the lid because there's a lot of heat coming out. You don't want to, steam. You don't want it to steam your hand, right? So be careful with that part. And also when it's on the warm setting, You don't want it to sit there because the bottom get too hot and it can burn your rice. All you want to do is unplug it and fluff up your rice, and then you're gonna empty it, whatever container you're gonna put it in, if it's a tray, if it's a bowl, whatever. So I have a small tray here, and I can't hold the pot with my hand, so I'm gonna just empty a little bit to show you guys, and then eventually I'll empty all of it. Now for the wings, I did like probably 10, yes, as you can see there, 10 minutes for one side, and then depends on your Ninja. If you have one, then you can do another 8 minutes on the other side. So these are what I'm gonna be using for my fried rice. As you can see, the sauces, the salt, and everything. So you want to use light soy sauce and dark soy sauce, and that's sesame oil, some salt, and some Chinese 5 spice. You don't want to use too much Chinese 5 spice because it's very overpowering. At this moment, you don't have to worry about how much you throw, because when you fry it, you can always add back. But also be mindful about these. They all have a lot of salt, so you can put less and you can taste as you go. But once you start making fried rice, you'll know the exact amount you'll need. The reason for me adding all these seasoning on my fried rice is I don't want the rice to get hard. So this is what's gonna make it moist and season it as well. And it will taste better. Trust me. So it's all combined here, as you can see. It's light. I know it's light in color, but when I fry it up, I'll add a little bit more. Some people like it dark, some people like it light. We don't like it too dark. So there's the chicken wings, one side, and then I'm gonna flip it on the other side and cook it for another 8 to 10 minutes. So that's my other side gonna cook now. I put it 10, but I took it out at 8 minutes. So I'll be using bora, green onion, 1 carrot, and a piece of cabbage. So these are the vegetable that I'm gonna put into my fried rice. So let's peel this carrot here, and then we're gonna chip it up. chicken is all done, looking very nice and crunchy there. Now we're gonna put it in a fancy plate, a platter. Fancy platter.
So yummy.
I just wash all of these and cut out all the stems, the head and the tail. So now let's get chopping. So now I'll slice these cabbages up here. And now I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna dice it very thin, small pieces. And now for the carrots, we're gonna do the same. And now for the carrots, we're gonna cut it in chunks. And then we're gonna slice it up into little tiny pieces for the fried rice. So now I'm gonna cut my bora up into tiny pieces. You know, when we used to buy fried rice, maybe last year or before COVID, we normally get bora into our fried rice. Now I don't think we ever get fried rice, you know, buy fried rice and have any bora inside. What's up with that, guys? Nobody's complaining about the bora in the fried rice. Now let's just cut these green onion. I think I'm complaining too much about the fried rice and bora. So that's all my veggies. That's gonna go into my fried rice. Now, as you can see, I have a very big wok there, guys. Yes, I can handle a wok. So I've beaten up 3 eggs here. I'm using put into my fried rice. So I add some oil to my wok. Now I'm gonna add the little cut up chicken, the dice of chicken that I did earlier. I'm gonna fry that up first. And in the meanwhile, you have to turn it a little bit. See, it's not sticking to the pan because of all the ingredients right afterwards. Just garnishing my wings. I did 2 batch, so there it is. Anyways, back to our little tiny chicken for the fried rice. We're gonna just give that a little mix, and I think it's almost done. And now we're gonna move on to the little bit of shrimp that I set aside to add to my fried rice as well. The shrimp is already cooked, so all you need to probably turn it up a little bit into the oil, and then you'll cook it up. Shrimp is all done. I'm gonna remove this from the wok. So I supposed to add my egg, but I totally forget it. So as you can see, I add my veggie before my egg, and then I realized that I didn't add my egg yet. But anyways, I'll be adding my egg. So there you go, egg is added in there. And don't worry, you didn't mess up the pot. So next time, if you guys are making this, make sure you add your egg. And now I'll add the rest of my veggie. See, it still looks delicious. And let's begin with the rice. See, I'm adding some there. You want to add a little bit by a little bit so that you can fry it up, because you know when you order a lot from the restaurant, sometimes the rice is not fried, it's raw, so you want to fry it up a little bit. And gradually you can add more. And here you go. The rice looked a little bit too white, so I decided to add some more dark soy sauce. So that's what you guys can do as well. But don't forget to taste as you go. And there is my shrimp and my tiny bits of chicken. This was too hilarious. Look at my daughter videoing me standing on the stool. When you're short to short, right? My husband is tall, so I can be short. He will help me, but he wasn't tall.
Like only 3 people are home right now. Okay, I'm already cold.
And yes, my daughter is a sampler first.
I think I took too much.
Don't be shy. Take some more. Don't be shy.
Guys, don't mind my really dry hands right now. Alright.
You want more wings or no? So time for me to take my fried rice, and now I'm adding a few pieces of the wings here. This smells so good. The whole kitchen smells like a restaurant. And now I need some cucumber. You know that cucumber and the fried rice makes the scent even more enticing and delicious. So that's my plate all finished with my blue drink. And I can't wait to dig in here. As usual, I'm always drooling. Not forgetting my pepper sauce there. Cheers, guys. And cheers. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll see you in another video. Cheers.